Hello and welcome to another edition of What's in My Pack, where we talk about what you need to have in your pack before you head out on your next outdoor adventure. I'm Josiah Wade with the Ohio Department of Natural Resources, and joining us today is Jim Thomas. Jim, really when it comes to outdoor pursuits, he's seen it all. From time serving in the military to training military men and women and even conducting operations in the Arctic Circle. Jim has brought quite an array of items to show us that you're going to want to have with you if you intend to do any winter camping in Ohio. So I guess we should go ahead and take a look at what you got, Jim.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
The first thing is navigation. And everybody is used to having a compass to navigate off of. Also nowadays, we have a lot of things that have GPS embedded in them, like watches. This is the Garmin Epix watch. It has maps on it. So at any point, you know where you're at and you can build a trail, put it on there, and you can see if you're on trail, off trail, and it's a very safe item and it keeps track of what you do. The next item is light, because you're going to talk about nearly half the day is in darkness. So you want to make sure you have light. If you're backpacking, people really like the headlamp because you can put it on, still have your hands to put tent up, cook your dinner, get up in the morning, get dressed. Headlamps are great for that. Now, third item is sun protection, particularly if you're around in snow conditions, because that sun will hit the snow, come off you. So sun protection will, really protect you. But also you want to have sunglasses, protect your eyes. Now, next is a first aid kit. This is a basic weekend one-person first aid kit, but you want to tailor to what you're doing. Particularly if you're backpacking, hiking, you want to make sure you have moleskin or some blister protection type of treatment in there, because that's probably your most common item you'll have. So think about your feet and have that protection. Now let's move on to the knives. It's amazing that how much you actually need to cut things, whether you're cooking, twigs, string, cord. To have a knife with you really is a handy thing. And fire. This is probably one of the most important things in wintertime. Summertime, you still need to have fire. You need to be able to make your meals, be able to get a fire in case a storm comes in. But in wintertime, you have to put heat back into you. You can do that by having fire and having a stove like this MSR stove, where you can boil your water, make your meals, and put that heat back into you. So that's very critical. And when you say fire, certainly have matches, but there's all sorts of tools you can have out there, create the spark to create fire too. And you carry it with you just in case you get separated, you have ability to start a fire somewhere. Now I brought out for you a 6-person camping tent. That is a great shelter. It's waterproof, protects you from the wind. I've got a 2-man backpacking tent. Waterproof, protects you from the elements. You also want to be able to shelter yourself and realize that you may have a storm that comes in winter. So you want to have a waterproof layer that you can shelter up in. This is a waterproof jacket, waterproof pants that I would carry when I go away from a tent. Now, because of the cold temperatures, you will use up more calories than during the summer. So we found that you significantly need more calories. From when you do your meal plan, you want to have enough meals for the number of days you're going to be camping, but you also want to take some extra. Having a little bit extra food is always a plus when you go. Along with that, you want to have extra water. Water is the number one essential. Whether it's summer or winter, you have to consume water. So you want to take extra water and have the ability to get water. Now, we have 2 samples here. The Nalgene is what most people carry in a normal water bottle. But during the winter, these get very chilly and they may freeze up when you get to sub-freezing temperatures. So a lot of people will do a insulated flask or mug or something to carry it. So you can put hot wets in here, you can put coffee in here, it stays warm, so you can keep getting the warmth in you and it won't freeze up. In OhioDNR, your state parks have a lot of lakes, ponds, streams, rivers, and so we have a lot of access to water. The water in Ohio, you need to filter before you consume it from a lake or a stream. And so you can carry your water, then you can get extra water also by carrying a water filter with you. Now in the winter, we layer up. As you go through the day, you may get sudden cold. You may want to put a puffy on, which is a big puffy jacket that has down. put that on as a final layer, and if you get to a rain, you would do a waterproof layer as your shell or wind. And those are the 10 essential items. And as they relate to the cold weather, you just focus them a little bit more on those cold temperatures you'll find out there during the winter.
Learn more about what you need in your pack before your next outdoor adventure at OhioDNR.gov. Have fun, be adventurous, most importantly, be safe. We'll see you next time for What's in My Pack.